biggest change in the Galaxy S26 isn't the camera, design, or processor, but something as simple and essential as the battery. For years, Galaxy fans have wanted longer battery life and faster charging, but every year, the upgrades have felt a bit underwhelming. Now, it looks like Samsung may finally be doing something about it. According to new reports, Samsung has teamed up with ITM Semiconductor, a company based in South Korea, to work on improving the battery situation for the upcoming Galaxy S26 lineup. This partnership could bring some real change. One major focus is battery protection. ITM is reportedly supplying Samsung with advanced battery protection circuits built using EMC technology. That stands for epoxy molding compound, and it's used to protect the battery against moisture, physical damage, and heat, all of which affect performance and lifespan. This type of tech also helps reduce electromagnetic interference and keeps things cooler while your phone charges or runs heavy apps. And let's be honest, who hasn't noticed their phone getting hot while gaming or using navigation? The smarter protection means batteries will wear out more slowly, which is a big deal in daily use. Now, here's where it gets more exciting. EMC circuits are not only better at keeping your battery safe, but they're also smaller. And in a smartphone, every bit of saved space matters. Smaller protection components could mean Samsung now has extra room to fit slightly larger batteries into the Galaxy S26 series. While the report doesn't mention exact battery sizes, there are whispers in the tech community that Samsung may raise the battery capacity at least in the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Some leaks hint that the Ultra model might feature a 5,500 mAh battery. That's only a modest jump from the 5,400 mAh battery seen in the Galaxy S25 Ultra. But even small gains count when paired with smarter charging and longer lifespan. That said, when you compare that to some Chinese brands, Samsung still seems to lag behind. For example, OnePlus and Nothing have already started using silicon carbon or SiC batteries in their phones. These batteries offer higher charge density, meaning more capacity without increasing the size. The upcoming OnePlus 15 is even rumored to have a 7,000 mAh battery. That kind of number makes Samsung's improvements feel small, but the company might be focusing on safety and long-term use instead of just chasing numbers. Right now, there's no word on Samsung adding SiC batteries to the Galaxy S26 series. Could Samsung's next big flagship really be slimmer, smarter, and still keep the price unchanged? As 2025 races ahead, all eyes are shifting from foldables to what's coming early next year, the Galaxy S26 series. While the company hasn't confirmed anything yet, leaks and insider sources are painting a detailed picture of what to expect. First off, Samsung might shake up its lineup by launching 4 models instead of the usual 3. The rumored Galaxy S26 Edge could either join or completely replace the Plus model, depending on how the Galaxy S25 Edge performs in the market. Specs-wise, a major upgrade will be the new chips. The Galaxy S26 Ultra and possibly the Edge variant will run on the next version of the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. The Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus or Edge will likely use the same Snapdragon chip in regions like the United States, Canada, and China, while the rest of the world will see Samsung's own Exynos chip, either the Exynos 2500 or possibly a new Exynos 2600 built on a 2nm process. Standard memory across all models is expected to be 12 GB of RAM with 256 GB of storage, and there will likely be 512 GB and 1 TB options too. Rumors suggest the Ultra variant might even get a 16 GB RAM model more widely this time. On the outside, Samsung is expected to continue slimming things down, building on what it started with the Galaxy S25 Edge. The Galaxy S26 phones could get thinner using smaller camera modules without cutting performance. The design language will mostly stay the same: flat displays, aluminum or titanium frames depending on the model, and glass backs. Screen sizes likely won't change either. 6.2 inches for the base model, 6.7 inches for the Plus or Edge, and 6.9 inches for the Ultra, all using AMOLED technology. A big question mark hangs over the battery. Will Samsung finally adopt silicon carbon cells instead of traditional lithium-ion ones? That could allow higher capacities without adding bulk. Right now, rumors suggest a 6,000 mAh battery for the Galaxy S26 Ultra, which seems ambitious, considering the current models max out at 5,000 mAh. On the camera side, don't expect big changes across the board. Samsung seems to be sticking with its 50-megapixel main sensor for the S26 and S26 Plus. The Ultra will likely keep its edge with higher-end camera hardware, and the Edge model might carry over the impressive 200-megapixel camera from the Galaxy S25 Edge. Could Apple really move its logo after all these years? That's the big question stirring up conversations ever since rumors started pointing to a bold redesign for the iPhone 17 Pro to iPhone 17 Pro Max. While nothing is confirmed yet, some recent leaks are adding fuel to the fire, especially one suggesting Apple may not only change the look of the camera system, but also shift the position of its iconic logo. The latest leak comes from Majin Buu, a known leaker with a hit or miss record. He claims that the iPhone 17 Pro series will feature a much larger camera island that stretches across the top of the phone, forcing Apple to place the logo lower on the back panel. That's right, after years of keeping the Apple logo dead center, the company might be moving it toward the bottom half of the phone, just beneath the rumored camera bar. According to Boo, this information comes from a company that designs and manufactures phone cases, and they're already working on molds based on this new design. Now, of course, case manufacturers often get early dimensions and layouts, but it's worth taking this with a grain of salt. Still, it wouldn't be the first time Apple moved its logo. If you remember, with the iPhone 11 in 2019, Apple dropped the iPhone text from the back and shifted the logo to the center. So Apple has made logo adjustments before, though they're not frequent. If this leak turns out to be accurate, it would mark the first major change to the camera layout since that same iPhone 11 series. Back then, the square bump was introduced. Now, the rumor is that while the three main cameras will still be on the left side, the flash and LiDAR scanner could shift to the right, creating a stretched horizontal camera bar design. This could give the iPhone a more symmetrical look, something Apple has been inching toward over the years. There was also talk earlier from the same source about a new vapor chamber cooling system being introduced in the iPhone 17 Pro, aimed at improving thermal performance during gaming or heavy multitasking. But Majin Buu now seems less certain about that detail, hinting that Apple might be struggling to implement it in time. It's also possible the feature could be delayed or dropped altogether, depending on testing results. What makes this situation even more interesting is the timing. Apple is going head-to-head with Samsung's Galaxy S25 series, which is expected to bring performance improvements, but not a huge design change. So a more dramatic iPhone redesign could help Apple grab more attention and stand out visually from its main rival. Apple usually plays it safe with design tweaks, preferring subtle over flashy. But sometimes it throws in a surprise, and with competition heating up, now might be the perfect moment for a bold move.